Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we are going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Mike Barnes fought Terry Silver during the events of Cobra Kai Season 5? So in this timeline, the events of Cobra Kai Season 5 would still happen. Daniel and Chosen would still want to expose Terry Silver, and those events would stay the same. Chosen would still go undercover in Cobra Kai, but Terry Silver would still find out, so Chosen would still fight off the senseis, so Daniel and Chosen would still be found out, and over the next few days, Daniel and Chosen would still be at the gym, and Terry Silver would still confront them. Terry Silver would still warn them to back down, but Daniel and Chosen wouldn't give up. This is where Daniel and Chosen would get the idea to track down Mike Barnes. Daniel would still think that Mike Barnes was on Terry Silver's side, so Daniel and Chosen would still confront Mike Barnes, but this is when Mike Barnes would reveal that he hasn't spoken to Terry Silver in years, and he would still give Daniel the information for Terry Silver's lawyer, and those events would stay the same. Terry Silver would still find out, and he would get his revenge on Mike Barnes by burning down his furniture store. Mike Barnes would be devastated, and he would want to get his revenge, and the events of Season 5 would stay the same. The two dojos would still train for the Saikai Taikai, and they would both still qualify. Daniel, Johnny, and Chosen would still be at the limo, they would all still be drunk, and Mike Barnes would still kidnap them. Mike Barnes would blame Daniel for his store being burnt down, but Daniel would still say that it was all Terry Silver's fault. So Mike Barnes would be angry, and he would want to fight Terry Silver. So Chosen, Johnny, and Mike would still go to Terry Silver's house, and Mike Barnes would want to get his revenge. Mike Barnes would still attack Sensei Minjun, and he would want to continue fighting Terry Silver, but the senseis would still want to knock Mike Barnes out. But in this timeline, Mike Barnes would get out of the way, and he would take the statue from the sensei and knock him out. This is when the rest of the senseis would come out, and they would want to fight Johnny, Chosen, and Mike. Sensei Kim would still go to the flagship dojo to deal with the Miyagi Fangs. Terry Silver would want to get away. Mike Barnes would say that he was his, and he would follow Terry Silver. So Johnny and Chosen would continue fighting the senseis in the living room. Mike Barnes would follow Terry Silver into his sword room. Mike Barnes would be filled with rage, and he would blame Terry Silver for ruining his life in 1985, and now again in modern day. So Mike Barnes would start attacking Terry Silver. Terry Silver would try defending himself with the little defense that he knew, but Mike Barnes would be too aggressive, and he would show no mercy. He would use the same techniques that he was forced to use on Daniel in 1985, and he would fight dirty. Terry Silver would try reaching for one of his swords, but Mike Barnes would be too fast, and he would tackle Terry Silver to the ground, and Mike Barnes would continue punching Terry Silver, and eventually Terry Silver would be knocked out, so Mike Barnes would go back in the living room and help Johnny and Chosen continue fighting the senseis, and they would stand a better chance against the senseis, and eventually defeat them. And at the Cobra Kai dojo, the Miyagi Fangs would still expose Terry Silver, so many of the students would still quit. Johnny, Chosen, and Mike would still leave Terry Silver's house, and they would still stop by the dojo. They would tell Daniel everything that happened, and Daniel would explain that Terry Silver had been exposed, so Daniel would send the police to Terry Silver's house, and Terry Silver would still be arrested, so the season would still end the same way, and that is where I'm going to end this What If. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Mike Barnes fought Terry Silver during the events of Cobra Kai Season 5? Let me know in the comments below. YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys next time.